Hello my lovelies and welcome to Sunshine Fitness. My name is Sally and I'm looking forward to taking you through this 25-minute total body workout today using a mini ball. We'll be doing 40 seconds of exercise followed by a 20-second rest, working through 15 exercises, starting of course with our warm-up and then finishing with a stretch and cool down. So, sitting up nice and tall in our chairs, we're going to take a deep breath in and begin our warm-up. Lovely. So, to get the body warm, we're starting off with our march. This is a warm-up, so please feel free to rest the legs at the start and just start pumping through the elbows. Or otherwise, resting the hands on the hips and starting off with those knees. Excellent work. So this is all to get the circulation really moving in our veins and to get our joints nicely warmed up for the exercise session ahead. Lovely. So, toes to heels here. So as we lift the heels, that's it, we lower the arms, and as we lift the toes, we lift the arms. Please don't worry too much about getting the coordination right, it's just the movement that matters ultimately. Excellent. So crocodile arms here. We bring the arms together out front. We turn the hands and lift, turn and lift the other side. So alternating arms. Lovely. Just to really open up across the chest and the upper body. Beautiful. Okay, so onto the lower body and the hip area. We're doing hip slices here. So that basically means the hand is turned sideways on its side, over the knee, and we're moving the knee out for 2 movements and drawing it back in 1. So we move out 1, 2, and then draw the leg back to center. Excellent stuff. And chest press, so lower back extension here. We're just keeping the chin lifted as we lower the chest towards the knees and then reach the arm overhead. Lovely, excellent. Just warming up through that lower back area. Beautiful. Fingertips onto shoulders, winding those elbows up, back and round. Lovely. Again, just gentle shoulder mobility here. Breathing through, lifting up out of the waist. Excellent. Superb. Arms out front. And then we're going to alternate arms as we draw the elbow back and extend the arm behind us. That's it. So arms together at the front, draw one elbow back, turn the head, and then reach the hand behind you. Lovely. So a little bit of an upper back rotation here, and again, shoulder and upper back movement. Tuck the fingers now behind the ears. We're going to tap the inside of the leg. So it could be the inside of the knee, the shin or the ankle. Ultimately what this is doing is just opening up that hip area again. Excellent work. Sitting as tall as possible and relax. Excellent work. Okay, so we have our mini ball in hand now as we begin our first exercise. So we're going to be passing the ball from hand to hand, squeezing each time we do so. This is an excellent way to just provide resistance and therefore improve grip strength in the fingers through the hand as we pass the ball back and forth. Lovely. Breathe through this. It's very easy when you're doing these kind of exercises to hold your breath. So we're sitting tall, but we're breathing easily. Squeeze and release. Excellent. Again, just a great way to kind of continue the warm-up, heating the body up. Beautiful. Okay, so a little more tricky. So little wrist rotations here in both hands. That's it. Keeping the ball from falling. Great job. Okay, so chest compressions, but not as you know it. We're holding the ball between the palms of our hands and we're going to be pressing and releasing here. So elbows will be out to the side. And you press and release. Excellent. Squeeze and release. Excellent job. it's really good to know actually that exercises that involve this kind of manipulation of the ball can really improve our hand and eye coordination and also stimulate cognitive function, so it gets our brain juices moving as well, particularly the areas of attention and processing speed. So this simple exercise here is just drawing your attention not just in your body but also mentally as well. And again, keep breathing. Excellent job. Okay, so again, demonstration here. We're going to be passing the ball behind the back, and then from this position we're going to be lifting the elbows slightly to really engage the upper back and upper arms. Now it might be easier for you today to turn on your chair so you don't have the back of the chair in the way, whichever is more comfortable for you. So as we begin now, that's it, we're sitting tall. This is great for opening up across the chest because the hands are behind the back. The lift is ever so slight, so don't feel you've got to lift your hands very high. It's a small movement, but as I say, it really opens up across the chest cavity, squeezing into the upper back, lifting and strengthening in that area, as well as into the triceps, those muscles on the upper arm. Beautiful. Again, breathe through this. It's quite an intense move. You're just holding the ball lightly between the fingers. No compressions on it at this point. Excellent work. Okay, little active recovery there, just stretching out through the arms to release the back. Beautiful. Okay, demonstration for our next exercise, which will be a rotation and pass back. So sitting up tall in our chair there, we're going to be lifting an optional knee, so you don't have to do the knee if you don't want to today, okay? It's just that challenge is there if you are ready for it. So we're lifting and then we're rotating the upper body. The ball rests between the fingers, so fingers are splayed here across the ball either side. Elbows are lifted, that's it. It's very easy to let them just kind of hang down either side. Try and lift the elbows up, that's it. Beautiful. Superb. So again, fantastic rotation on the back here. Wonderful. Good job. And relax. Well done. Superb. So, our next exercise, demonstration coming up here. Okay, we're going to be back into our back extension as we did in the warm-up, but this time we're going to be reaching forward with the ball. Okay, so this is a great exercise as we're reaching the ball overhead, and this exercise will encourage your torso and your shoulders to stretch further than they would do without the use of this prop. That's it, so you really get the length through the upper back and arms. Breathing in as you come up and out as you lower the chest, but keeping that chin lifted. Airways are open. Wonderful. Excellent. Again, grip strength is at work here. Beautiful. And rest there. Okay, so again, quick demonstration ahead of our next exercise. We are heading underneath the knee. So out, down and round under each knee, you're really going to feel this working in the abdominal area. So sitting up tall, shake it out, and let's get going. The great benefit of doing this sort of gentle, low impact resistance exercise with the mini ball is that it can reduce pain and stiffness by encouraging movement and improving circulation. And this really stimulates the tissues in your body without stressing the joints. So that's really something to keep, in mind, is that your joints aren't under stress in these exercises, but your muscle cells are still really benefiting. Beautiful. And well done. So quick break. Feel free to stop for water at any time. Pause the video. We are going to be moving on. So we're going to have the ball now between the knees. So lifting and lowering 1 foot at a time, sitting tall, this is our leg extension exercise. So this is a brilliant way to start building strength around the knee joints, again, without them coming under any stress, but just stimulating circulation around the knee joint, which we want to see because it just helps bring new life to those particular areas. That's it, strengthening and mobilizing. Beautiful work. So we're doing 4 now on one side and 4 on the other. So that's it, we really want to build strength in those quads and in those knees. Beautiful work. Okay. So retaining the ball between the knees, we're going to go for compressions here between the knees. Okay, so still sitting up nice and tall. Beautiful. And as you're squeezing the ball between the knees, okay, the light resistance you're using here can help build strength and endurance in the legs, the inner thighs. That's it. Because it's really tightening and toning those inner thigh muscles, okay, which can really help bring stability through the hips. That's it, excellent. And strength to the legs. Brilliant. Keep breathing. Again, it's one of those ones that sends the heart rate up and tempts us to kind of hold our breath. With that same rule following us into this next exercise. So this is kind of like our bagpipe ball exercise here. So we're doing a shoulder strengthening and mobilizing exercise as we tuck the ball beneath the armpit, resting the elbow on top of it, using our other hand to keep the ball in place. You're lowering the elbow, squeeze at a pause before releasing and coming up. Now take this at your own pace, okay? Slow it down and really press and release. That's it. It's really helping. That's it, just to bring mobility and strength all around the shoulder joint. I'm doing 4 on each side. You may just want to do a couple at this point. That's it. Excellent. Excellent. So, I've included this standing section for a reason I'll just go into as we just sort ourselves out for the next exercise. So we're going to be taking a standing hip opener. That's it. So next to the chair, placing your hands or fingertips on the chair, we're going to be lifting and opening the knee, which in turn opens up the hip. Excellent. So the reason why we're doing this standing section is that by adding in an element here of instability by standing on one leg, we're going to use the ball to challenge and train our body's balance and coordination, because you're having to not just focus on the leg movement but also holding the ball in position. That's it. And breathing through. So there's a lot going on in terms of that mind-body connection here. And we're going to do a straightforward knee lift here to finish. Beautiful. Okay, so rest before the next side. That's it. Again, standing, fingertips on the chair or hovering above it. And if you want an additional challenge, you can keep that moving foot from touching the ground when you bring the knee back down. Lovely. Okay. So keeping that ball in position, as I say, isn't easy. Excellent. And again, please remember, lift the foot, lift the toes up and turn them out parallel with the knee. That's it. And it really just helps open up through the hip and the hip flexors. Lovely. Excellent work. Beautiful. And then again, to finish, straightforward knee lifts here, working into the glutes and quads. Beautiful. Okay, shake that through. So, Our next standing exercise, we're placing the ball between the knees, fingers or hands on the back of the chair, and we're moving into a squat and then a knee squeeze, okay? So, lower the backside down, weight into the heels, and then squeeze up through the backside and then crush that ball between the knees, okay? That's a strong word to use, but it's a nice soft ball, so just that's it, pinching it between the knees. And again, this is just brilliant for those adducting muscles there on the inside of the thighs, okay? Just really drawing them in tightly. Beautiful. And release. Excellent work. So these exercises, like the squeezing of the ball here, can really help again to develop that motor control and precision. Superb. And then to finish, we are back on the chair. Lovely. Now you can do this exercise standing, which obviously makes it an even greater challenge, but we're pushing the ball away with the foot. So I've removed my shoes here because I need to feel everything with the bottom of my feet. The trainers are going to cushion too much of that fine motor skill in terms of just sensing the ball along the whole length of my foot. So I want to go from toe tip to heel tip. That's it. It's an excellent way again to just bring about that fine motor coordination of control of the foot, control of the ball. Beautiful. Sitting tall, even if we are looking down at the foot. That's it. Breathing in, rolling in and out. Lovely. Excellent. Okay. So to finish, we are going into compressions. So it's our third set of compressions here. And we are going to be pushing our foot down on the top of that ball, okay? So sitting tall, we're going to use the arms as well just to help with the motion. So lower and lift the fists as you really press the foot down. That's it. And this is just great again for strengthening through the quads and even up into the lower abdominal muscles here. That's it. Keep breathing. And this again, it's a small move, but it's quite hard work. Wonderful. Other side. That's it. We'll be pressing down. Beautiful. Excellent. Keep going. We're nearly there. And you're done. Excellent work. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to pop our ball to one side now as we move into our cool down exercises and stretch. So, sitting up tall, back to the chair, we're going into the shoulders here with some lovely big figure of eights with the arms. Okay, please feel free to make this movement smaller should it cause any aggravation in the shoulder. But otherwise, yeah, this is a lovely mobilization exercise into that shoulder region. Okay, as we started, those crocodile arms, we're opening up across the chest and the arms, turning the hands as we bring them in to meet each other. Lovely. And you may just want to bring the arms in now to do an upper back release. Stretch across the chest. Beautiful. Hands reaching forward, nice and relaxed through the neck as you drop the chin down into the chest. Laying the hands upon the knees. Beautiful. And so that leg extension, but with an arm this time, drawing the elbow back as you draw the foot back, and then lengthening the leg and the arm. I'm going to do that on both sides. Lovely. So there's a stretch and contract. Breathing through. Excellent. And relax there. Okay. Arms are at the front. So we're going into more of a gentle sway this time, which is just initiating a spinal rotation now on the upper back. Lovely. And just that practical sense of being able to reach behind, which is so important. Okay, onto the right leg here and the left. What we're doing is we're alternating and we're stretching through the legs. So we're pulling the toes back, which gives us a lovely length through the calf muscle. That's it. And then we're rotating through the foot, rotating through the wrists. And onto the other side. Both ways, of course. Excellent. Okay. And then we're going to flex and point the feet with the hands at the same time. So we're just bending at the wrists as opposed to the elbow joint here. Lovely. Okay. On to the stretch. So we're sitting up tall, reaching one arm overhead, lowering to a flat back, draw the elbow back and lift and lower. Excellent. Reaching up, length there, that's it, draw the elbow back, release it forwards, up and down. Beautiful. Flat back, draw the elbow back, forwards, lift and lower. Amazing. Okay, so we're going to rest the back of the hands onto our thighs. We're going to relax and tighten every muscle in our body on the in-breath and then release on the out. So with me now, we're going to squeeze through the hands, the elbows, the arms, shoulders, tummies, legs and feet and release. And then just rest there. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. You've worked really hard. And I'm going to pray us out. So Father God, I just thank you today for this exercise session and every single person, Lord, that has been able to join with us. I just pray their blessing upon their health, their bodies, that you'd give them your strength and your stamina and bless and protect their families, Lord, their loved ones, and just be with them as they go into the rest of their day. In Jesus' name, amen. Excellent, guys. Well done. Lift those arms above the head. Take a deep breath in and release. Well done. Give yourselves a very big round of applause. You worked so hard. That was really good. Thumbs up. Look forward to seeing you on the next Sunshine Fitness video as I talk to Kitsune about her backstage non-appearance. So here she is, the little madam, coming in center stage for probably an unwanted cuddle. God bless.